Hi, I'm Angela. I want to share something. Like before I even came or called to get involved in this relationship, I had two choices: to China or to Russia. I couldn't get anybody to volunteer. I need to get going in China because they really fast helped me out to get here. And as I heard before, they were praying for somebody to, right? So, and I was kind of praying also that it would be easier for me to get going. It was like almost 2 weeks before we get together. So my challenge was before I came to this trip was take risks in God's work because He will accept miracles. I mean, you will see miracles and more than that, not just that, but great works from God. So the thing is, I want to share a story. What happens in one of the churches with it was at the park with the Ferris wheel and different other carousels. There was after the performance, we had a group gathered around us. There's like 7 of our girls and 9 Russian girls and guys. And we were just getting to know each other and asking each other's interests and personal information, where we live, just to get to know each other. And then I said, you guys can maybe a couple of questions about what they believe in, And they looked around like, okay, guys, that's good. So, and it was, so what do you guys believe in, We just kind of talk about personal things, but if you would mind. So there's 2 girls who say we believe in high power God, but they don't know even His name. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know there is God, but they don't know nothing about Him. Some guys said we believe in money. Some guys said, oh, good life, fair, good life. And then there's another 3 guys came right kind of at the moment about religion talk. And when I asked them, first we catch up to them, what their names, about them, and then we ask them the same question, like what they believe. And they're like, oh yeah, we believe in drugs, cigarettes, and sex and stuff. And we're like, but of course, we had some feeling prayers in our hearts, and they were thinking of kind of like so, I remember one of their names were Sasha, Yosha. But the thing is, we said goodbye to some of those girls and guys who were taught first. And then the next day we came back, there's a crowd against after program. The crowd came out to talk about, getting to know each other. And I saw those guys came back again, and this time they looked different. They didn't smell, they looked clean, and they came and shook our hands and said, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you again, But what happens, the Sasha, one of them, I called him the child because he was. He stayed behind with Eric, Sasha, one of our Belarusian leaders, to meet the Belarusian team. They were coming, and then the second day we performed with them. So, and he hung out, and some of my testimony about this kid is beginning at my hands and beginning and then the rest of it at his. But, sorry, I missed one part. Before we were leaving, the first day when we performed, we were leaving, they walked us to the church where we were just basically staying, kind of. And they were just talking about, and we tried to just talk about religion with them, not religion, but beliefs and their moral lives and stuff. And then when I just went up the stairs just to get our stuff, because we were going back to sleep, they were just like looks lost, and I saw in their faces like give us some more whatever the information we were starting to share with them, And it was really brokenhearted kind of. I felt that's why the day before I met him, I had tendency to write this little gospel cards, like cards kind of. So they like, well, do you guys have souvenirs for us at least to remember you? And I'm like, not at this time, but I have something similar. So I just give them this little card. I'm Russian because they're Russian, so they can understand. And they start at the side after we started to leave. I sat and reading it all together, and that's probably what happens. And slash, they were hanging out with Eric and those guys and other Russians. So that is good. And we saw them have a spark in their eyes, smell good and look good and nice, and they actually, I think, Sasha getting involved already with the church, but based on some. But the thing is awesome. I'm talking too much, I'm sorry. But every time we went to the mission field, right, we prayed, like we shoot our arrows, but one of our teachings were, to whatever God wants us to happen, it happened, and it did. And more important than that, it was just amazing. There's lots of more stories. You will find them there. Thank you. Well, originally I'm from Kazakhstan. I was adopted by an American family 5 years ago. Now I'm living in Texas. Yeehaw!